okay. Good work, baby.
Let's just talk all through the night. There's no need to rush. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart skies. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing but all night, almost left behind. Suitcase. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you said. If you say go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time.
Thank you so much, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you. Nikesh and Mallory, welcome to your wedding. Nikesh, are you tissued up there? I hope so. Welcome, everyone, to this very special occasion today for Mallory and Nikesh, their wedding day here in this beautiful venue. I have no doubt that there's going to be lots of claps and cheers and congratulations today throughout the ceremony, and it's wholeheartedly encouraged. My name is Emma Tomlinson. I am a civil marriage celebrant. I'm really delighted to be here today to support Nikesh and Mallory in their fabulous celebration. Now, today is an exciting day for all of you, but particularly for Mallory, Nikesh and their families. It is a celebration of love and of commitment and of friends and family, and of course these two wonderful humans who are in this beautiful relationship forever. A huge thanks and acknowledgement is extended to our wedding party today. You're all welcome to bow, wave or clap or just pretend that I'm not talking about you, who stand alongside Mallory and Nikesh, supporting them on this fabulous occasion. Now, when Mallory, Nikesh and I first sat down to have a little chat about their plans for today, they were quite specific about how they wanted today to play out. And the words celebration, party and festive occasion were definitely mentioned more than once. And after meeting their gorgeous family recently and seeing their excitement about today, I am quite assured that that is exactly what today will be. Mallory and Nikesh decided to undertake the legalities of their marriage a week or so ago on a gorgeous little cliff top overlooking the beach, not far from here, with their immediate family, leaving the ceremony today to be an engaging capture of their romance and a salute to the life that they have and that they continue to share. Now, today is truly a day that is true to Nikesh and Mallory, a gathering of their closest humans, champagne, notice I said that second, great music, great vibes, lots of love, and a festival of what means the most to them, which is all of you. So a heartfelt welcome and thank you to you all, and we hope you have a fabulous day together celebrating. Now, a big thanks is extended to all guests who have travelled to be here today, which I am told is most of you. And also to those guests joining us virtually via live stream, a big hello to you too. A special welcome to Mallory's father, Don, who is in the US and unable to travel, but thank you so much, Don, for joining us today. It meant the world to these two to have you all here in some way, and they look forward to lots of chats and lots of cuddles with you during the night ahead. In Nikesh and Mallory's thoughts today are three of Nikesh's grandparents who are no longer with us. You are in our thoughts and in Nikesh's heart always. Nikesh is thrilled to have his Achama, his grandma on his dad's side, here in Australia to celebrate with him today. Welcome. And it also means the world that Mallory shares the same birthday as Nikesh's much-loved grandma, our mama, as she always holds a special place in Nikesh's heart. But now that the introductions are all said and done, I have a little bit of Mallory and Nikesh story time. Now, these two did send me some wonderful tales of their love, and it gives me great pleasure to share some of these tales with you all now. So I'm going to take you all back to a time before these two met, a time when we would have found ourselves an easygoing, ambitious, and inquisitive young man, also described as genuine, charismatic, and loyal by his friends. Nikesh had moved to the USA for work and had spent the year exploring and getting to know the country. And he was living in a lovely little one-bedroom apartment. He had made some friends through sport and playing indoor soccer and spent his time travelling around the country a bit, exploring new lands. And despite enjoying his secondment, Nikesh had a vision of coming back to Australia to be closer to his family and his friends eventually, and knew that his travels were temporary. However, never in his wildest dreams would he have thought that he would meet the very love of his life while doing so. So on that note, let me introduce Nikesh's love, Mallory, an independent, hilarious, a little bit anxious young lady who was also described as loyal, determined and nurturing by her friends. Mallory had also been living in the very same place for the last 7 years with her best friend Justin, one of her wonderful bridal party members, after growing up in the neighbouring state of Massachusetts. She had built a career working in sales and had recently adopted her pup, Bowie. Mallory spent most of her days with friends, with Bowie, or testing out the local dating pool via Tinder. But to Nikesh's good fortune, nothing was ever quite right for Mallory in terms of dating. Now, I am told that Mallory and Nikesh's love story began as a true coffee meets bagel fairy tale, which I did have to Google, and this particular dating app, I was told by Google, is designed to counteract the endless swiping of potential matches. And in this instance, it definitely did its intended job. After Justin met his beautiful wife on the exact app, Mallory was encouraged to give it a go. And of course, immediately after downloading it, with Nikesh coincidentally also downloading the app at the exact same time, not surprisingly, they matched. And they bonded over his bio, which spoke of him crying over the film Marley and Me. Now, this of course resonated with Mallory, considering she had a dog that reminded her of the very same film. And so a date was set. Now, this date, I'm told, was at the local dog park, arranged at the dog park, and despite agreeing to his unconventional date arrangement and seeming very keen, Mallory crushingly cancelled their first date. And I didn't get any further information, so you can all quiz her on that later. However, made it up by buying Nikesh an ice cream. She thought that would make it up, but anyway, when they finally caught up on their actual first date. Now, throughout all of their adventures, Mallory and Nikesh have grown to love one another for many reasons. Mallory loves that Nikesh is the complete and total opposite of her, and that they form perfect puzzle pieces. Where Mallory overthinks things and stresses about all the little details, Nikesh grounds her and reminds her that nothing is as big as it seems. Mallory loves that she and Nikesh laugh at the same things and that they find the same activities bring them sanity. They can spend hours playing cards together or find themselves in a deep discussion about life and socio-economic issues. Mallory loves that she and Nikesh represent the best of one another, and together they are a beautiful duality. Nikesh immediately loved that he and Mallory were able to connect on a level that felt like they had known one another for so long, when in fact it had only been one date. They were able to discuss everything and anything so easily. Their first date involved the aforementioned ice cream, meeting Bowie and sitting on Mallory's couch, chatting about whatever came to their minds without missing a beat, and it all felt so natural. Mallory had Nikesh feeling so comfortable and safe and had him immediately wanting to spend more time with her. The elephant in the room, however, was that Nikesh had always planned to make his way back to Australia. However, fast forward a few years, and here we all are. Clearly, this love was meant to be. Now, it took 3 or 4 more dates before these two even shared their first kiss, finding such familiarity in chatting and chatting and chatting some more. However, one night after leaving Mallory's house, having eaten more ice cream and watching the classic Austin Powers together, Nikesh leaned in for the most polite and dainty little peck. Now, they followed this up with a quick, wow, this movie is still so funny. However, please don't be misguided that Nikesh was the one to make the first move. Mallory tells me that there was an occasion when she politely referenced making a move toward the bedroom. And the oblivious Nikesh responded with a very vague, oh, no, the couch is actually really comfortable. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it, Nikesh? Now, Mallory and Nikesh have conquered many milestones in their time together, and they've created so many beautiful memories. They adore their 2 fur babies, with Nikesh welcoming Bowie into his world upon meeting him, and Bowie making the huge trek to Australia with Mallory to continue being a part of the family. Together they adopted Nacho here in Australia, and the 4 of them have created a sweet little family together. Mallory's big move to Australia after dating for 8 months was a huge commitment and meant that they could start their life here together. Nikesh has told me he's so immensely grateful for Mallory's sacrifice and wishes to make their life here in Australia as fulfilling as possible. Now, in their time together, these two have grown to love one another for many reasons. Mallory loves that Nikesh is level-headed and calm. He has the innate ability to make you feel heard, acknowledged and understood. Nikesh is so incredibly supportive of not only Mallory, but everyone that he cares about. It still astounds Mallory how easily they work together, and they've done this since day one. There is just something about their bond that makes their relationship near perfect. Nikesh loves that Mallory has such a unique ability to communicate, adapt, and make sure he feels like he's in the right place, always. He will never cease to be impressed by her as a person, as well as how she makes him feel. Mallory is an absolute gun at everything she does, and she is the best person to be friends with, lighting up every room she enters. These two have overcome many obstacles, and Nikesh loves that despite this, she still loves him. He can't wait to continue sharing all the moments. Mallory is always the very first and last person that Nikesh wants to talk to, and he has never been able to connect with anyone else on the same level, making her the very perfect person for him. Nikesh and Mallory, may your future be filled with incredible adventures, many more travels together, quality time with your babies Bowie and Nacho, and most importantly, memories of this beautiful celebration today. So on that note, we're going to celebrate. Thank you. I'm going to ask today Nikesh and Mallory some very important questions before they exchange their beautiful vows. Do you, Nikesh, take Mallory to be your wife? Do you promise to love, support and respect her? Do you promise to welcome all future fur babies with open arms and stand by her for all of your days together?
I do.
And do you, Mallory, take Nikesh to be your husband? Do you promise to love, support and respect him? Do you promise to always support Nikesh's juice addiction and stand by him for all of your days together?
I do. Nikesh, I can't believe it's finally our wedding day. I'm so proud of our journey to get to this moment and so excited to continue building our future together. I'm proud of you both as my partner and my best friend. I'm proud of how we've traversed extreme challenges. I'm proud of the inspiration we provide to one another in our lives. And I'm proud to become your wife and partner for life. I love the life that we built together, and I love that even though I'm someone that's terrified of not knowing exactly what's going to happen at any given second in the future, one thing I never worry about is what my future with you will hold. I love you.
Mallory, what can I say about you that hasn't already been said or that we haven't discussed? Honestly, there's nothing, and for me, that's why I know that what we have is special beyond anything else. I can stand here today and say that without a doubt, we can and will talk about anything and everything. From crazy hypotheticals that don't make sense to anyone other than ourselves, to conversations about our feelings after we've had a big fight. I'm able to, and more importantly, want to talk to you and only you about it. You've helped me in more ways than I can describe in my problems, feelings, and anything else that has ever been on my mind. I've never been, nor will I ever be, this comfortable with someone. That's why I'll never be scared or worried for our future. I also want to take a second to just say thank you. Thank you for being my partner. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for uprooting your life for me. Thank you for building a new life with me and our dogs, of course. And a little more cheesily, just thank you for being you. I love you, Mallory.
Mallory and Nikesh have exchanged their beautiful vows today, declaring their love for one another. So I do now ask them to exchange their rings as a symbol of that love and that commitment. So I'd love to ask Mia to please step forward. Thank you, Mia, and present the rings. Mallory and Nikesh will also be tying a tali today, and the tying of which symbolises love, respect and commitment in the Hindu tradition. So our best man Tom will now step forward with the tali and will present this to Nikesh, who is going to place this on Mallory. Mallory and Nikesh, after chatting and meeting each of you and discussing your life together, I have a few important words of advice moving forward into marriage. Nikesh, Mallory did mention to me more than once that your addiction to a certain beverage that is orange and contains a lot of pulp is quite insane. She tells me she has never seen anyone so obsessed by the consumption of juice, and that you can guzzle at least a gallon, and that's on a good week. And she questions how that amount of sugar is even possible. And Mallory, Nikesh tells me that you leave every single door and cupboard open, and this absolutely infuriates him. He sent me a few paragraphs about this. I have condensed it. He asked me to remind you that it is not hard to just close the door. But now that we have aired these first world problems today, we're going to get your beautiful party started. Mallory and Nikesh, today we are celebrating your wonderful love. And in witnessing your celebration today, I can assure you we are all thrilled to see you making this commitment. You are two of the very best, and we are all so grateful to have people just like you in our world. So on that note, I'm going to ask you all to join me in congratulating Nikesh and Mallory, because we are all going to announce them together today. So in a moment, we're all going to announce Mr. and Mrs. Menon, just in case you weren't sure. On the count of 3, I would love you all to say in unison for the very first time, Mr.